So I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about our solution for Cloud Desktop, or Desktop as a Service. We, of course, at RapidScale refer to as Cloud Desktop, very consistent with the other solutions that we have and the other technologies. So when it comes to Desktop as a Service and how we approach this, there's a couple different things that we want to look at that really separate us from the crowd. I mean, first and foremost, we positioned ourselves very early on to be a leader in the space within Desktop as a Service. That, of course, turned out to be advantageous for us now because the adoption rate is obviously skyrocketed from the end user perspective. So it's a great place to be, having the history that we have and understanding what we're doing within the space. So when you're looking at Desktop as a Service and building out a solution, the first thing that you want to kind of understand is delivery protocols, right? The two primary delivery protocols that are out there for Desktop as a Service are Citrix and VMware. We, of course, have expertise in both, and we do both of them. If there is a reason where a customer wants one or the other, we can certainly help them do that. But at the end of the day, we can do both, and we have expertise in both of those delivery protocols, and we're going to continue to have that. The next step of this would be understanding how this is going to be deployed. Now, I've mentioned it before that Desktop as a Service is about, or Cloud Desktop is about, delivering applications, right? That's really what these things do. They deliver applications and data. So having a understanding of how most of the core line of business, mainstream core line of business applications work across all verticals is huge. What a customer wants to see and wants to understand is that when they deploy this solution and they roll this thing out, that those applications that are running on their servers today that they're pushing out and their employees are accessing are going to perform as good, if not better, in this environment. Now, in order for that to happen, there has to be some configurations and some changes. On our end, we've obviously been doing this for a long time, so we worked with most of these applications. We understand the tweaks. We understand how to make them work. We have relationships with their software supported within these OEMs. So that's a huge thing for us to be able to do and bring that level of comfort to the customer. There's two more aspects that I want to kind of touch on this as well. The first one is the migrations and how it happens, and then the ongoing management. So, obviously the migrations are huge when it comes to this because first of all, you could be potentially configuring a brand new environment for a customer and delivering a new technology. So there has to be that understanding to get that data from where it's at to us, but also to configure it and bring in that consultative approach to a customer where things might need to get changed, but at the end of the day, to be able to deploy it the right way. We obviously run all of our migrations in-house. We have a lot of experience with this, and we white glove most of these things for the customers. But having that experience and understanding how it can translate from on-prem or legacy type technology to this is huge, especially when it comes to Active Directory and profiles and things of that nature. So the last thing, which I feel like is a differentiator for us and really kind of across the board, is the management that comes along with this. Now, any as a service, right, that you do, whether it's infrastructure as a service or it's desktop as a service or what have you, there should be an understanding around a level of expertise that providers bring into that technology to that customer, right? There's a reason they're looking for it. If they could do it themselves, they probably would, right? They're coming to us because they're coming to RapidScale for their Cloud Desktop because we understand how to do this for them and we can bring that expertise in to handle that. Also, there's the migration, but then you look at the day-to-day sustainability of the environment. Patching, updates, base image updates, Active Directory, profiles. All these workloads have to happen in order for these employees to work and have a good experience. Now, we bring that white glove management to the back end and assume that we're going to be doing that going into it, and we handle that. Of course, there's code managed, but at the end of the day, we are responsible for that environment, and we're going to make sure that that's performing at an optimal speed for the customer. So it's a very big piece to that. It's a differentiator, and it's really why customers are doing it. So I hope I was able to paint a little bit of a picture around RapidScale and how we approach this technology and the solution as a whole. We obviously have a ton of experience in this space. We're going to continue to grow and continue to be excellent with everything we do here. So if there's any questions you have, please let us know. Thank you for tuning in.